Today's brand is Diptyque. They sell Parisian luxury candles and fine fragrance direct to consumer and through 124 boutiques worldwide. Hero products include the base candle and the Philosophikus Eau de Parfum. Pricing runs between $78 and $260. And the thing that makes them the only one doing what they do, 60 plus years of artisanal heritage from 34 Boulevard Saint-Germain, the only luxury house bridging fine home fragrance and personal scent at this level. The oval label is the most recognizable mark in the category. 248 million in global turnover. E-commerce up 50% year over year. I'm about to build one from a blank note, live on screen, using Perplexity for research, ChatGPT for copy, Claude for code, and Klaviyo to deploy it. 4 AI tools, 1 email. And by the time we're done, you'll have every step you need to do the exact same thing. Link in the description. Think of it like packing for a road trip. Perplexity loads the trunk, deep research into who's buying and why she hesitates before trusting another candle that promises atmosphere. That foundation supports ChatGPT, which builds the root, the actual words that speak to her frustration with synthetic notes, and her desire for something that feels intentional. Claude takes that root and optimizes the drive, turning copy into code that renders flawlessly whether she opens it on her phone on the couch after work or her laptop browsing at the weekend. And Klaviyo delivers the packed car to her driveway at the exact moment she's ready to leave. Skip the trunk and the whole trip falls apart. But when you pack in order, each tool amplifies the next. You're about to see the difference in real time. Step 1. Research. And this is where most people sabotage themselves before typing a single word of copy. They skip this step. Then they wonder why nothing lands. Those two failures are connected. I'm feeding Perplexity a very specific prompt. Not tell me about Diptyque. That returns a product page summary. I'm going deep. Direct to consumer model. What makes someone trust a $78 candle when Target sells 3 for that price? Why she picks Baze over Le Labo, over Byredo, over Joe Malone? How curating and atmosphere thinking drives the entire purchase decision in this category? And most importantly, build me a complete persona. Not people who like candles. The Diptyque customer. And watch what's coming back. She's 34, creative director, West Village apartment, beautifully curated, household income around 185,000, and the insight that changes everything. She doesn't buy a candle, she curates an atmosphere. The oval label on her shelf isn't decoration. It's a signal to herself that she built the life she imagined. One sentence, and it rewrites the entire email. Pain points, buying triggers, objections, brand voice, the disappointment when everything smells synthetic, the exhaustion of walking into offices and smelling the same Santal 33 meme on every coworker, the frustration of gifting for people with real taste where every option feels awkward. You can see all of this on screen. Every piece feeds directly into what comes next, which brings us to ChatGPT. Everything Perplexity built, the persona, the quiet taste identity, the objections about synthetic scents and performative luxury goes straight in. And this is the mistake that kills 90% of welcome emails. Someone types, write me a welcome email for a luxury candle brand. No context. And what comes back sounds like every other generic thank you she ignores. That's not an AI problem. That's an input problem. ChatGPT gets a defined role. Conversion-focused email copywriter for a Parisian luxury fragrance house. The full persona. The frustration with synthetic notes that ruin the first burn. The desire for scent that feels composed, not manufactured. The hesitation about buying fragrance online she can't smell first. Specific direction. Reference actual products. Address the can't smell online objection head on. Match the narrative, sensory, quietly confident Parisian tone. When you feed it that level of context, what comes back speaks directly to who she is. Look at this. First moment after she gives permission. Highest intent window in the entire relationship. Instead of welcome to our mailing list, it affirms her choice. Handles her biggest fear with 60 plus years of Parisian heritage and 124 boutiques worldwide as proof. Complimentary shipping removes the barrier without feeling transactional. And a clear path forward that feels like a conversation, not a pitch. And this same framework scales to every email after it. Now, the copy needs to become something she can actually read in her inbox. Everything Perplexity found, everything ChatGPT wrote, the full picture, persona, brand identity, product lineup, voice, it all goes into Claude in one prompt. No revision cycles, no waiting for feedback, no multiple rounds. One shot. And what you're watching on screen right now is Claude receiving everything those 2 steps built and turning it into a complete email from nothing. The research informed the copy informed this prompt. And now look at what Claude does with all of it. And watch what comes back. The entire email built line by line in one pass. And here's something most people don't even think about. An email isn't just text on a screen. Gmail processes it one way. Outlook runs on a rendering engine from a completely different era than modern browsers. Apple Mail interprets elements its own way. Yahoo Mail has separate display rules. Most brands are sending emails that look flawless in one inbox and completely break in another, and they never realize it because they only test in Gmail. But look at what Claude builds. It works whether she opens it on Gmail, Outlook, Apple Mail, or Yahoo Mail. Every single inbox covered. One prompt solved a problem she didn't even know existed, generated in under a minute. Alright, the code goes straight into Klaviyo now. And if you're running luxury fragrance on Shopify, this is where everything connects. Klaviyo tracks who browsed which candle, who added to cart. Code goes in, flow gets turned on, it's live. And now you're looking at what she actually sees. And I want you to think like a marketer for a second. Not a designer, not a coder, a marketer. Because there are decisions baked into this email that most people completely miss. The offer doesn't show up first. It shows up after the products. Because by the time she reaches that complimentary shipping line, she's already in desire mode. She's already imagined a base candle glowing on her nightstand at dusk. The offer hits at the exact moment she needs one last nudge to commit. That's not random. That's psychological sequencing. And there's one button. Not 3 paths, not a grid of choices, one. Because every extra option you give her is a micro decision that bleeds momentum. One button, one action. She either clicks or she doesn't. And the entire email was engineered to make her click. And if you're not in luxury fragrance, once you see how this works for one niche, you'll know exactly how to adapt it to yours. I'll see you in the next one.